Everyone, being I'm a bit behind, I'm going to do the Leo reading today. So if you are a Leo, and when I ask you, God, look at me, my hair's just been washed. If I ask you what sign you are and you say I'm a Leo, then generally it's because that is your sun sign. In the Western astrology, we tend to identify that as the sign that we are, but it's only one portion of who you are. You also have a moon sign, a rising, and lots of other planets with signs in them too. So what you can do if you're interested in finding out about this, and I know a lot of my viewers have followed this, is you can go and Google a natal chart or a birth chart on Google and find out, you've put in your details of your birth and where you were born. If you have your time of birth, then you can get a really good lock on your ascendant or your rising, but you can still get a good chart without your time. And that will tell you where all the planets were when you were born. So make sure you check to see if where you're getting that from will allow you to have a free report, because then you can find out where all those planets were when you were born and what that actually means in terms of your personality. It is very interesting. I mean, you can have this done more professionally, which is extremely interesting, but it's still, you can mostly get one of those for free. And it sort of gives you a better idea of the main aspects of your personality. So, Leo, thank you very much for joining me on this reading. I always forget to say, and I welcome the cross watchers, because a lot of you will watch because you know a Leo and you want to find where they are or where they're up to. If you have been on my channel for a long time, I want to say a huge thank you. And if you've recently joined me, or this is the first time you've seen me, thank you for, I guess, liking my page, liking my channel, joining my channel. I do have memberships available if you are interested in learning the tarot. There are now memberships available on my channel, and at the moment we're working through the major arcana, if you're interested, but you will need a deluxe membership to get that. And it also will include, which I haven't got round to yet because we've only been up for about 3 weeks, but it will include giveaways. So I do have like t-shirts and cards and things like that to give away at points. So I worked it out at points along the way. All right. So Leo, what else? If you're interested in personal reading with me, the Aussie Goddess, all one word, no numbers, all spelt correctly, at gmail.com. If you email me, you tell me when you're available, what you're looking for, I will find your time slot and organise whatever needs to be organised. It's the only way you can reach me. I will not approach you for readings. I will not solicit you. So if you want a reading with me, it's up to you to do that. Alrighty. We're going to use the Cosmic Tarot. Now, I do have 2 cards that are running out on me here. I do have the World card and the Prince of Pentacles. There is sort of an energy there of meeting someone when you're away from home. So that could have already happened. Sometimes, to me, that makes me feel you could meet somebody while you're traveling, or meet somebody on your journey somewhere. To work or whatever else. Sometimes it's sort of like, to me, feels like a very opportune moment to sort of bump into someone. I feel like perhaps if you haven't seen this person for a while, it's going to be something that's going to be out of the blue. So you could be in another town doing something and like going shopping, and all of a sudden you bump into somebody you haven't seen for a while. It's got that sort of feeling for it. So whoever that feels that relates to, that's what it feels like. All right, let's get into your reading, Leo. Okay, so we have the 4 of Wands coming through first. So the 4 of Wands is a card that talks about, it can talk about happiness, stability, marriage, commitment, but it's definitely about building a new foundation. So sometimes it's like taking something to the next level. But the 4 of Wands very much feels like a commitment or a marriage or bringing people together. We do have the King of Swords. Now, I have a feeling that came out, if you're dealing with a Cancer, it's possible the Cancer reading today may resonate with you. The King of Swords for me is a card that talks of, obviously, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, if you're dealing with those people. Sometimes it can talk about divorce. This card can come up for a lawyer, represent the courts, especially with this sort of whole energy of Libra coming through here. It says cardinal air. All right, so we have the Tower with the Wheel of Fortune. honestly, I feel like Ten of Pentacles, I feel like that's a really similar energy to Cancer. So maybe watch the Cancer. But then I'm thinking maybe it was the What's Cracking reading today. It's not unusual for similar energies to come through, but it just sort of makes me feel like something is really similar here. So there appears to be some sort of meeting or bumping in, or some sort of energy of you sort of walking into somebody perhaps you haven't seen for a while. I feel like this person may have separated, divorced, may have been through the courts for some other reason. So you may be dealing with someone who's gone through some sort of court action. I feel like somehow or another this person has quite a lot to say here. But the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune together make me feel like there's some sort of huge news or some sort of huge change that's coming that you're going to be privy to. So what it makes me feel like is you're wandering through the town somewhere, you bump into somebody you haven't seen for years, and they've told you that they've just been through a big court case. It might be for separation, settlement, but it may also be that you've been through they've been through some sort of huge change, which may have left them single or available or whatever else. So whether or not you've had a relationship with this person and they've now become separated, or you've never had a relationship with this person because they've been committed to somebody else, but there's definitely this feeling of it being out of the blue, a surprise. So I don't think you were expecting to see this person wherever you are. All right, let's get into it. So we have the Queen of Cups coming through, Cancer energy. I feel like some of you are dealing with a Cancer. All right, Nine of Wands coming through with the Lovers card. I feel like it's an opportunity, and the Hermit. It's funny because I felt Virgo energy before, and now I've got the Hermit here. So if you're dealing with a Virgo or a Gemini, the energy is strong too. So Cancer, Virgo, Gemini, very strong energy, which is quite interesting because that's water, earth, and air. So it could be one person who has all of those elements very strong in their chart. I do have the Queen of Cups here though, and she represents Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio as well. So there is a really strong feeling that there was love here. You may still feel love for this person. They may still feel love for you. I feel like somehow or another something is surfacing here. But what you're dealing with here with the Hermit and the Lovers card is someone who's recently made some sort of choice, but I feel like they may be in a healing phase at the moment. So it may have only recently happened. I feel really strongly that this person is taking time out. So you may meet them somewhere because they've gone somewhere to get over something or to deal with something. But the Lovers card tells me that some sort of choice has been made. I feel like here the Nine of Wands, because for me that's sort of the closing off a cycle, coming to the end of a cycle. I feel like this person may have told you that they were going through this, but maybe you walked away because it was taking too long, or you didn't believe them, or maybe it was just too painful for you. All right, let's see where we're going. I've got the Ten of Cups, which is a really good card to get at this point, with the Strength card. Yeah, I feel like you both are still healing. The Six of Cups, you're both still healing from the past here. This is someone here that you saw as an incredible strength to you. This is somebody here who to me may have made you feel very whole and complete. And I know we term people soulmates, and I'm a little bit cautious of that because of the whole narcissistic journey. But sometimes we meet people that we feel that connection with. Sometimes it's not such a healthy connection, but sometimes it is. So to me, with the Strength card here, which is the card of Leo, and smack bang in the middle of your reading, Leo, there's a feeling here that there is a lot of healing from the past here. So to me, that makes me feel like you may have gone through your healing. You may be out the other side, but I feel like your person's still in that healing phase where they may need time to sort of bring themselves together. All right, have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, see, there's the energy of walking away from something. King of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius energy here with the Three of Wands. All right. I feel like this person's been very focused on the future and what they want in the future. But what I do feel about this person is that they have been really focusing on themselves with the Hermit. And this can be your energy, keeping in mind these readings do flip-flop. So sometimes I'll be reading and it will sound like, even if you're cross-watching, it will sound like you're reading. Okay, so I feel like whoever this person is, that something broke down or something fell apart between the two of you because your person was in another relationship here. And I feel like somehow they've separated, but they are in the process of things at the moment. Now, the process I feel like they're in is one of healing. So it's like it's only just finished. This person is trying to pull themselves back together, trying to make sense of things. So they're in the process of walking away from something. I don't feel this person is ready for something new, but what I do feel like is that they have focused very much on what they want in their future, and you may be the focus of their desire. But I wouldn't be too intent on that because I don't think your person's ready to share that with you at the moment. They may be ready here to let you know that they've separated, but I don't think they're sharing what they're feeling at a deeper level at this point in time because the confusion is here around the feelings. All right, so we have the Four of Wands. So I do think the person wants commitment here. I do think they've been through some sort of separation or divorce. We have the Tower, so it makes me feel like it's quite fresh. But the Wheel of Fortune with the Ten of Pentacles, and you have the Ten of Cups on the table. So I do feel this is the sort of situation where this was just meant to happen, but it was taking its time to manifest, I want to say. And I might just have a look. Sometimes it's really good to have a look at what does your person want to say to you, because it looks to me like they're not really sharing anything here. All right, Spirit says caught up in the moment. Spirit says 4 cards. I need to work on myself. That one wants to come in within a few months. One more. I always compare others to you. All right, so I really think that your person needs time. I don't think this is something that's coming together like yesterday. I feel like when they say within a few months, they need that time. Look, within a few months and I need to work on myself. So I feel like when they're comparing others to you and caught up in the moment, I feel like somehow or another they may be caught up in the moment of seeing you, but if they don't suggest catching up, or they may say to you that they're in some sort of healing phase, they might be really upfront with you. I've noticed nowadays a lot more men and women are saying to people, I need to heal from this before I can move forward, which wasn't something we realized when we broke up years ago. And I think it's really important to acknowledge that this person realizes they have things to heal before they can move forward. But rest assured, there does seem to be some sort of future coming through here. I just don't think your person's quite ready at the moment. All right, let's have a look at, that was the reading for Leo. Let's have a look at an oracle card. Oh, actually both of them want to come out. One's to be fair and one's peace. Okay, so I feel like one's coming out for you and one's coming out for your person. So the to be fair one, I think, is about you just understanding that you've got to be patient and wait. Balance, justice, the need to consider options, mutual benefit, and the cause of law and effect. And to me, can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking and for understanding. There is much to be learned, and you will learn if you remain open and objective, weighing options and considering all sides. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and action. The best kind of relationship is one where there is mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, and respected. So that's definitely feels like it's, to me, the person who's been doing the waiting. The other one, the peace person, I feel like that is something they're still trying to find within them. So sometimes when we've had a separation, we might be trying to find that sort of ground where we feel comfortable. So it says here, freedom from attachment and radical acceptance. When two people are in true alignment with one another, they have an innate harmony between them. They are as two perfectly tuned instruments playing together. Sometimes it's impossible to tell who it is. peace is yours and it needs to be savoured. So I really feel here that whoever you're dealing with needs time to do the healing, but they might give you a little bit of an indication of what's in their heart. But just be patient. It is happening. All right, I'll leave you with that. Thank you.